Hello YouTube, I'm MCGo101 and welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm just going to do a quick how to check your front and rear differentials fluids in your Yamaha YXZ. Now I just recently purchased this vehicle. It's been great so far. I purchased it with like 1,400 kilometers, so it didn't have a lot, but I haven't had my chance to go around and really inspect it yet. So I just want to make sure that my front and rear diffs are full of fluid. So we're going to take you through it and show you how to do it. Tools you'll need, simple shop rags, a 14 mil. I'm going to use a 1/2 inch for the rear final drive, 1/2 inch ratchet extension, and a 21 mil for the front. Now to actually check the oil, I'm going to use this little deck screw. Just make sure, absolutely make sure that it is very clean, because you do not want any debris, metal flakes, anything getting into those diffs. But I'm choosing it just because it has the threads, so it should grab a hold on to any oil that's at the brim of that fill cap. So first things first, let's identify where they are. So from the front of the machine, we'll dip down on the driver's side, and I'll get some light in here for you. But if you can see that big bolt that has a check mark on it, that is going to be the fill bolt for your front differential. And again, that's a 21 mil. Now if we go into behind the machine, on the passenger side, if we get right underneath it, you'll see 2 bolts on the bottom of the final drive. The one with the black marker on it is your fill. That's the one we're going to check. And the bottom one there is actually your drain bolt. So that's a 14 mil, and we'll check it last. So we'll go ahead and we'll get set up. We'll check the front first. Basically what we're shooting for is when I take that fill bolt out, we just want to make sure that oil is up to the brim. So ideally, when I crack that bolt, if a little bit of fluid came out, I would be totally happy with that, and I would just reinsert the plug. But if not, I'll stick a screw in and see how low or how high it is. Let's get started. So, apologize if I get in the way. See if you're zoomed in on that bolt. That wasn't on there very tight. Now, a smart thing to do would be to have a rag, just in case any fluid does come out. Protect your shop floor. Now these differentials don't hold a lot of fluid, and just by visually looking at it, I can tell that the fluid is just at that brim. Yes. Okay. So, when I pull the fill bolt out, I can actually see the fluid level, and it is very close to coming out of the threads. So I am happy with that. So I'm going to clean up the fill bolt, make sure that there's no dirt and debris on it. With a clean rag, I'm going to clean up the mating surface for the washer. Awesome, that looks good. I'm happy with that. So we'll start by hand tightening this fill bolt back in. And then we'll give her a snug. Torque specs aren't very high on it. I think it's like 15 to 20, so I'm just going to hand tighten it. So snug, and then quarter turn. Awesome. Now we'll clean our screw up really well. That was excellent. I could actually see the oil level without really sticking anything in. So that was good. Let's move on to the back. Alright, so let's get to checking their final drive. So again, 1/2-inch ratchet, 14mm socket. Excuse me if I get in the way. So, crack it loose. Pull her out nice and gently. Now we'll do a visual inspection first. Now those threads go a lot deeper, so it's not going to be as easy as the front. That's okay. Take our little trusty tester here. Okay, so I got mixed readings on that one. So we're going to wipe this screw off real clean again, and we'll check it again. All right. So, I'm not seeing as much oil as I would like to that brim. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some oil, and we're going to get that topped up. Alright guys, so I did find that the rear or final drive was a little bit low on oil. So I fashioned a funnel onto a clear tube with a little filler spout. What we're going to do is use gravity to help fill the final drive. Now, again, I'm sure it's not very low, but I do want to make sure that it is topped up as best as possible. So what we'll do is we'll place our spout in there. So this is a SAE 80 hypoid gear oil. It's a GL5, but a GL4 will work. And we'll just let gravity do its thing. Now I'm trying to hold the nozzle tight. And as you can see, the tube is slowly clearing. It's a bit of a painful process, but it does work. Okay. Now we're going to put this to the side. Going to carefully clean up our mating surface. A little visual inspection. And we'll take our nice clean screw. Now that's a bit of a false reading because I was just filling it. So I'll clean it up real nice. We'll put it back in. So definitely hard to get a visual. Again, getting false readings because I just filled it. So the threads have a little bit of oil in it. So I'm going to continue to put a little bit more oil in it while I'm at it. See if you guys can still see. So I'll plug this in. gravity do the work. Now that we have that, we'll clean up our drain bolt. And we have just enough fluid in there that it's starting to weep out. So I'll reinstall our fill bolt. And we'll go ahead and wipe it all down. And we'll tighten it back up. So, all in all, I'm glad that I checked, because last thing you want to do is run these low on oil. Alright, so that's snug. And quarter turn. Just like so. Alright guys. So yeah, that's how I check my front and rear differentials. Like I say, I'm glad that I checked, because I feel like the final drive was a little low. It doesn't take much from empty. I think like a little over quarter liter, but I want to make sure that that's well lubricated. So yeah, this is how I do my maintenance. Hopefully this helps somebody, and if you guys enjoyed this video, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.